Hey, what's up, AJT Jungle? This is take two uh, on my presentation today. I was asked, well, really, it's not a full size presentation. I was just asked, to go over how I use the linear regression channel in my futures trading, along with the MACD and the Bollinger Bands. So I'm going to share that with you. Also, let me make it clear. I'm still not recommending Apex just yet. I still have my Apex accounts, still have my PA accounts. I'm not trading them. Haven't touched them in over a month. Who I recommend is Take Profit Trader. I love the way they have this set up. We have I have a link on a that will allow you a coupon code that allow you to get 50% off the eval fee, and it's a 50-100 deal, meaning you get 50% off the eval. Then once you get to the performance paying account and you take your first payout, which can occur after your first day of trading, there's no waiting period once you get to your performance paying, like most accounts. On your first withdrawal, you'll get 100% of what you paid for your eval account back, which I think is a good incentive to make you not waste these eval accounts. Number one, they're about twice as much as the Apex ones were. So you're going to take these a little bit more serious, and you're going to focus on these a little bit more, because you know that if you do what you're supposed to do, when you get your first withdrawal, you'll be able to get your money back from your eval account. And then it's just one fee when you go to your pro account. So everything is great. I love Take Profit Trader. There are others out there that you can pay and go straight to funding. I know when you do that, there is a waiting period that you have to go through and all that. But for me, I don't mind doing the eval part, the 5-day eval, because it gets you in a groove. And then if you keep, even though these rules get a little bit lax when you go to the pro account, if you keep these rules in place that they have set for you in the eval account, you're going to do really well. All right, so let's get to what we're going to talk about today. But I do have the link and the coupon code for Take Profit Trader. That's really the only one that I recommend, the only one that I'm trading with right now. There may be others down the road that I'll look into, but for me, I believe that once you're doing this and you're getting yourself acclimated, you don't need to run and jump. You need to crawl and walk. Get consistent, get your edge working, and then you can go to town. But you got to get there first. And too many people, I've talked to too many traders that have wrecked themselves trying to go too fast, trying to go too far too fast. That's why I like Take Profit Trader. You can start paying yourself really early. You could do one account, pay yourself, get a new account, pay yourself, get another account. Before you know it, you got 5 and you're making money. And then you can blow up. Okay, if that's what you want to do. I mean, blow up in a good way, not the other way. But you guys you should be familiar with our trading strategy using the Bollinger Bands and the MACD. So just a quick review. When we cross below, when the MACD crosses below the signal, we're above zero, that's a short. When the MACD crosses the signal upwards and we're below 0, that's a buy. All right. And every time we buy and sell. Now, when you get good, you can anticipate based on these bars getting shorter. Let me show you. This is the chart that I'm looking at when I'm looking at the trade setting up, because they're color coded. Not only when they start to get short, even though you can't really see it here because it's that close, the color code will help you make that decision. So why haven't I bought yet in this? Because I'm waiting for it to get over that, waiting for it to get over the 50-day moving average right here. We're over the 20, but I'm not going to buy into the 50. Okay, that's not what I'm going to do. All right, so I need it to break over and then we can get in. But you can see clear signals. When the distance is growing between the two, that means we can go long and we can stay long until, look, it starts to come back. When these get close to each other, the bars are getting shorter and they get darker. Every time, and then when you're here, if the next bar gets longer, it's going to get bright green and it's going to go higher. So it's going to let you know, hey, you need to pay attention to this. We might be bouncing. You can see what happened here, but it didn't last long. Here's the cross. And we traded all of these this morning, and we're waiting to trade this. Actually, I have to be careful not to take too much profit, because when you're doing the eval, you can't go over 50% of what your profit target is on one trading day. Which is good because it doesn't force you or entice you to try to pass it all in one day. However, when you go to the performance pane, that's not there. And then you can just go to town after that. All right, so how do I use the Bollinger Bands? The Bollinger Bands are here to give me an indication of how far or how much room the price action can move. So I'm using it as support and resistance. Support, resistance, resistance, support. Because typically during the day, it's going to trade inside the linear regression channel. So all I'm doing is using it as a reference. I'm not using it as a trigger. Like here, you can use it saying, okay, we broke the top, now we can short. I'm not using it for that in the intraday. In order to help my edge be a little bit more consistent, I'm just using this as a guide to let me know, hey, I need to start looking for the MACD and the signal line to get closer and look for the cross to come back. And then once it gives me the signal, I can take the trade. So I'm just looking at the linear regression channel as resistance and support, and as the channel that price action trades within throughout the day. Now, it's a dynamic study, so it will change. It will definitely 100% change throughout the day. Because at one point, the bottom could have been here, and the top was here. This was actually shifted down. But because this is a dynamic study, it's actually moved up based on the volatility and buying pressure. So it gives you some pretty good indications of what's about to happen. So again, The reason why I didn't buy into here, now I did buy this initially, took profit up here, which you can see, you'll see on the other chart. But when it pulled back to break even, I had to stop out the last couple of contracts, and now I'm waiting for it to go since we have gotten across. I could not buy the cross because I would have bought into the 20 and the 50, and I don't buy into moving averages. I just don't do it. You can if you want to, but that's something that I don't do. That's a rule that I have, because I feel like I'd be buying into support or resistance, and I don't want to get into that. So you can see this is where we bought and sold at the top. We're not buying at the complete bottom. Okay, we're scaling out, trying to catch it. And here's where I bought, sold some up here, and then had to end up bailing out because we were coming back to break even, and I needed to take it off. So that's kind of what I was what we did today. We did this edge works beautifully. Now, does it give a fake signal sometimes? Yeah, but eventually it goes. So it may fake us out every now and then, but if we're managing our risk, it's not even a drip in the bucket. We just reset. And it's a strong mental game. You've got to have the mindset that's going to allow you to get back in here and reset. If you don't, it's going to be hard for you, because it's going to be real tough. All right, so I showed you, this is just the linear regression channel that I have on here, because the other chart that I used, the colorful chart, I need it bigger so I could see better. But this is just as a reference so that when I'm talking during live trading, I can point these things out to you guys. All right. And so here's the 1 hour, the 5-day, 60-minute chart. And I use these for my when I'm trading the larger account, the 250K account, where I would get in on the bottom of the channel that day. If it's a long day, I would get in and hold it, not worry about the bouncing. So I don't use the linear regression, the Bollinger Bands or the MACD. In this case, I'm only using the linear regression channel. I'm looking to buy at the bottom and sell toward the top, or either short at the top and buy toward the bottom. I'm not watching this 20, all day. I have target set and just walk away from it. But that's a totally different way I use it on the all-day trades. I only use the linear regression channel and the Bollinger Bands on a 5-day, 60-minute chart for those longer trades. For the intraday trades that I go in and out of, this is when I use the 5-minute, and I use the MACD, Bollinger Band, and the linear regression channel as a guide to tell me the window that the price action is likely to move into. All right, so I hope that explains it all. Don't forget, if you want to get into this, this is a no-brainer for me. If I had this opportunity when I first started trading, I'd have been all over it. Here you're basically learning on somebody else's dime, and you're able to get paid on somebody else's dime. You can't beat that. Can't beat it with a stick. And Take Profit Trader is the one that we're working with. We're trading these every day. We'll take you through the eval process. We take you through the profit taking, a good way, a good strategy to pull your profit out and continue to manage your accounts. That's what we're doing. So stay tuned, pay attention. This video, I might put this on YouTube, but I will drop it in you guys' Vimeo folder. So you can have all of the ones that we've done, the live trade from this morning. All that'll be in the Vimeo folder. So you guys keep an eye out for that. So I think I might call it a day. Unless this goes, I'm gonna call it a day, and come back after 6 and start over again. So I'll see you guys in a bit.